Welcome to the podcast for online fitness coaches. I'm Benji Tucker, and together with Ethan Gonzalez, we scaled each of our fitness businesses from 0 to 80K in just 4 months. On this podcast, you'll hear how to get more online fitness clients, make more profit from each of them, how to keep them longer, and the many failures and lessons we have learned on our path to a combined 160K a month. Today, I'll be talking about why authenticity is everything going into 2026. Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but in the last 2, maybe even 3 years, we have been flooded with this sort of hyper edited brain rot content, right? Every 3 seconds, even less, things popping up on the screen, visuals, different lights, different colors, B-roll, different cuts, super cuts to people's faces, right? And at first, this was crushing because it was like, "Oh my gosh, like, we've never seen anything like this before." And we equated editing to, "Oh, wow, if this guy's on, like, the edge of, like," or, if this guy's on top of everything more than anyone else, his editing is more extreme than anyone else's, he must have a whole team around him, he must be an authority, right? We used to equate that. But now everyone is doing it, right? And when everyone does it, it seems less cool. It's less exciting. And the market, the consumer has come attuned to the fact that some random Indian dude in India in a sweatshop can make these videos for like 10 cents. And it's really not that special. You could be sitting in your mom's basement making these videos, right? So it's not special anymore, right? And guys like Hermosi were the people that ushered this in. But get this, right? People are going towards more authentic content. We'll talk about why in a second. But I said Hermosi ushered it in. Well, if you go to his page now, his content does look more organic than it ever has before. It does look more authentic than it has in the last couple of years. So he's a great example because a lot of times, we look to him to see, what the trend actually is. Okay, and things are trending towards more authentic. It's almost as if it starts with him and his buddies and then trickles down to the lower echelons, right? And, I'll give you some other examples. Recently, in the last couple of years, we saw the come up of guys like Sam Solik, who were completely authentic. And yes, like, of course, he's a jacked, roided young kid. And would he have been famous if he was just some skinny beanpole? Probably not, right? But the content was so authentic, and that was the ingredient that made him go more than viral. There's also, like, this old guy, I can't remember his name, that goes, like, fishing, smokes cigars like he's Teddy Roosevelt, and, just hangs out in nature and talks to the camera for, like, multiple hours on end, and the guy makes so much money, right? He's just this old dude sitting there giving life lessons and stuff, right? So, this is the type of authenticity people are craving, but why are they craving this more than ever? Well, one, we've talked about a trust recession before, but I don't think anymore that we are in a recession of trust on the internet. I think we are in a complete crash that is here to stay. Okay, like, I'm on record for saying that now. We are in a complete trust crash. Okay, people feel like they've been lied to. There's more people with the come up of AI and these technological advancements. There's more people that are bullshitting than ever, right? People think they're having real human interactions and then they find out they're not. And then they're attuned to that. And that's frustrating, right? Now consumers are craving humanity. People are craving humanity because we are meant to have real human interactions. And when we don't, simply put, we feel sad. It's in our DNA. We are meant to have these human interactions. And so, what can we actually do to like combat this, right? Like this is the biggest question. Like, what do we need to do instead? Right? And the first thing is to probably stop having as much hyper edited content. If that's working for you, great. Like, keep doing it, right? That principle of what isn't broke, don't fix it, that triumphs over everything else, right? But if you are noticing, like, hey, like, I feel like I'm being left behind a little bit, excuse me, um, then guess what? Like, you need to be able to get ahead by following these principles. So, I remember, a couple of years ago when I was still doing cold calls in real estate, I had read Robert Cialdini's book, Influence, right? The Power of Influence. And one of the principles in there, one of the many principles of influence was the liking principle. And it seems so obvious, but it's really not when it comes to the world of online business for some reason. The liking principle is exactly as it sounds, is people are more likely to be influenced by you if they like you. So let's say that I am selling online fitness coaching, right? And the goal is to drop body fat. Now, that has nothing to do with my political views, my religious affiliation. It has nothing to do with my interest in professional wrestling or soccer. It has nothing to do with any of that. But if I start showcasing that I'm interested in those things, if I start showcasing some political opinions skewing to one side, if I start telling people I'm a Christian, right, it's going to attract a very specific person, right? And it's going to make people that are into that say, wow, this guy's so cool, or I can't believe this guy stands for this value when everyone else isn't, right? It makes some people love you and some people hate you. But when you're not your authentic self and you're just like trying to be kind of like this in the middle person, well, now no one loves you, no one hates you, and you're just a blob in the middle that no one gives a damn about. And this is true in life as well, right? You have to be confident. You need to be able to go and talk to people in social environments 100% being yourself and sitting for what you believe in. Because guess what? Like, same thing in the world of dating. Like, if you were to go up to a girl and start talking to her and you're being confident in who you are and talking about your interests, your beliefs, your values, some of them are going to think, wow, this is the most amazing guy ever. I can't believe this. And some of them are going to be like, this guy sucks, right? And that's great because you dodged a bullet from your own perspective. It's the same thing with online business, right? But if you go up to someone and you're just like the least interesting person ever, and you're like, hey, I saw you over here, thought you were cute. What's going on? What are you doing? Where are you from? That's what the fuck. Anyone could do that, right? That's horrible. That's not anything. You're not showing anything interesting about yourself. But if you start talking about, as weird as it sounds, like, oh, how you're into Pokemon or what type of like weird freaking music you listen to or whatever, at least you're passionate about something. At least you're interested in something. So we need to take this to the online space because the same principles apply. And now more than ever, because people already are sick and tired of the machines running the world. Okay. So how do we actually replicate this? Like, here's the practical tips A through Z. Okay. The first thing is handheld iPhone videos. Okay. So holding your phone out like this, very basic, right? Now I actually just saw someone as well switching it up, and I think this looks more organic, and I think I'm gonna start doing this horizontal, posting horizontal on IG with the captions below the horizontal clip. I think that looks organic as fuck. It looks like someone was making a YouTube video, maybe they actually were, and then they were clipping their own stuff, right? But making a very organic style YouTube video. Another thing is just like planning the hooks, like still having really, really good hooks, but riffing on the topics that you know a lot about. Okay, that's like what I do for the podcast, for example, that you guys are listening to right now. Another thing is just being in organic environments, walking in the park, while resting in the middle of a set, while making a meal, making your content during these things. Okay, that's something that's really popular. You even see like the girls that will do like get ready with me, like doing their makeup and talking about a topic. Like, remember my ex-girlfriend was, watch this girl like talk about serial killers and some shit while she was doing her makeup. So, hey, clearly it keeps people captivated and it was very organic, it was very raw. Another thing you could do is using words that you actually freaking use, tonalities that you would talk like, I'll give you an example, right? Like, curse if you normally curse. Talk to your audience how you talk at a coffee table with your friends in your living room, right? And obviously you have to know your audience too. You can't be like dropping F-bombs and you have like 65-year-old woman as your target demographic. Don't do that. But if you're 35 and you're targeting men that are like 28 to 35, right? Talk to them like you're your boy. They're your boys, Talk to them like you're at the nightclub, right? Locker room talk. Like, that's like, you want people to actually be like, oh, I vibe with this guy. Like, this guy's cool. Like, I would want to hang out with this guy if I saw him, right? Because the world of online business is the opposite of everything you've been taught when it comes to like how to behave in the workplace. It's like you have to be 100% authentically yourself. Like in a way, let your impulsive thoughts win. Like just say whatever the fuck is on your mind. You know what I mean? Everything that HR taught you, do the opposite, right? And then you're gonna make some fucking money online. I'm serious. Because you're gonna be authentic. It's that simple. Right? Like, look how I'm talking right now. Like, you guys can tell that it sounds like I'm talking to a friend or a buddy right now. But if I was talking like, why authenticity is everything going into 2026? Well, right? That's not relatable. No one cares. No one's gonna listen to what I say because it's not about what I'm saying. It's about how I say it. Okay. Another thing you guys could do is showcase your real hobbies and interests. Okay. I wouldn't do too much of that. Like, I wouldn't overdo that, rather, on your main feed. I would do that more on your stories. But every once in a while, showcasing a photo or a video of you, like, doing something you're truly passionate about and, writing a caption about that, that's great. That's really great. And then use your IG stories as your reality show. Guys, this is huge. Okay? Like, if you're going to the gym, post the gym, right? If you're watching a certain show on the television, post that, show that. If you are, I'm like looking around this room right now thinking of ideas, but if you are at a 4th of July parade, I'm looking at the US flag, showcase that. If you were at medieval times, show that. If you're at some random bar and that doesn't that's not incongruent with your target demographic, showcase that. Okay, guys? Stories are your reality show. You are now Kim Kardashian and Keeping Up with the Kardashians, except you're whoever you are and whoever the fuck your life is that no one cares about yet, but it's your job to make people care about it. Okay? So, guys, it's that simple. We need to be more authentic. How do we be more authentic? It's like, be your freaking self, man. Like, and I'm serious about this. This is something I'm going to be leaning into so much more this year as I start springing out a lot more of this content into this business with Ethan here. And, it's something that I've been talking about with Ethan so much because, a lot of times even we could get analysis with by paralysis. We could be thinking, oh, like, well, this guy does this type of content, this guy does this type of content. Who the fuck cares? Stop watching other people's content. Just be you. Obviously, like, you want to learn how to speak in front of a camera. You want to learn how to truly be yourself. You want to learn how to tap into certain emotions and accentuate, certain words and manipulate your tonality, project your voice. Yes, you want to be able to do all these things, right? But screw other people's content. Screw, oh, I have to do like this on this day, like everything being perfect. There's nothing wrong with organization, by the way, but like, stop trying to be perfect and instead just be yourself. And I promise you that's going to work wonders when you follow the rest of the marketing principles that you're learning on this podcast and elsewhere. So, guys, that pretty much closes it up. Thanks for watching this episode of the podcast for online fitness coaches. If you want to learn how to scale your fitness business past 10K a month to 20, 30 plus K, just message us client on Instagram at PT Launchpad. So spelled with no spaces, PT Launchpad. Okay. And we'll reach out with more info. Take care, guys.